Hello, welcome to the pre-series news and review channel. This is Alpha with AlphaProductions.com. I was anticipating the Aikatsu Pripara movie to be released in March. Well, how about release now? We got the movie actually released a month earlier than I expected, so that's why you guys are getting the recap early. So, shall we go ahead and get this recap underway? We got a lot to get through here, so let's move. So, starting off inside, it's just an introduction with Akari. And I must mention, the Aikatsu singing, the speaking VAs do just the speaking voices, and the singing VAs do the singing voices only. Now, after the meeting, we get dealt with the first song they've started off in the series. That song is called Stardust Sensation. We've reviewed that song previously on Abdominal Productions, but the still version, we're going to be reviewing the Akari version coming soon. So that's the first song there. This song, the movie is song heavy, so that part is done. More of the combinations get into play here. And then this is where the real introduction comes in. And after the conversation continues here. It was time for the next song. The next song that was performed was Marble Makeup, Ah Ha Ha. That was by Mirei and but obviously Hinaki, since it's Aikatsu for Hinaki, she's always been making Mirei and singing. For Stardust Sensation, we heard Ruka as Akari. So that's song 2, and there's still like another 11 more songs to go throughout here. So let's keep going on with this, shall we? After this, the conversation continues into plays here. Now it's time for the third performance. That's Sumire, Sophy, and Aroma. Now Sumire is voiced by and singing by Ryu Fujishiro. Well, Sophy, Hojo, and Aroma have their speaking VAs do the singing, as it's Pripara for them, and Sumire for Aikatsu. So, after that performance, where do we go next? More conversation, and then we head into the fourth song. This is called Love Life Caramelize. That's by Kokone, Mikan, and Gaaruru. So, in this particular song, it's 4 performers that sing that song. From the Aikatsu fellows, Kokone and Nina use their singing VAs, as only the speaking VAs do the speaking voice, but Mikan and Gaaruru use their speaking VAs to sing the song. And so after that performance, another conversation here, and then the next performance. So we're now then at Come and Join the Song. That's Fuari. And looking at this, 2 of them use their singing VAs for the singing, and only one uses their speaking VA to sing. That one happens to be I think Lisa, but Florian hold on, no, use her Pripara VA for the singing, but I think Florian and Lisa use their singing VAs from here in Aikatsu. Here. So after that performance is done, the conversation continues. Here with Hibiki using his main VA for singing, and then Juri has his singing VA for the Aikatsu area here. So that puts us halfway through the songs here, and there's still a lot more to go with the songs here. Let me tell you, this movie is song heavy. If you guys aren't that which is expected of Aikatsu. Even more of the conversation continues. Then we go to the next song. The next song is called Chika Chika. Sion, Madoka, and Rin performed that one, which, according to our chronology here, Madoka and Rin used their singing VAs from the Aikatsu aspects form, while Sion used her Pripara VA. And now, where do we go next from here? even more of the conversation continues here, and then with some more practice as they get things involved here. And then pretty soon they have to go back. And now we have arrived into the next song. This song is a 4 group here. So, this one is Nona, Lisa, Dorothy, and Rihanna. Dorothy and Rihanna used their Pripara VAs for speaking for that. But if I can get this right here, I think yeah. Dorothy and Rihanna used their Pripara VAs and then Nona and Lisa used their singing VAs from here in Aikatsu area for performance. So that's that song, and then we switch over to the next performance directly for that. That song next is hold on, I want to make sure I get this right. After that performance, then Madoka and Ren perform another song. I think it's called Deviant and Reversible Ring, which means both use their Aikatsu singing VS for this one. Then another performance is coming in. Let me tell you, this movie is full of performances here, honestly. This next song is Passion Flower. That's Hibiki, Fuari, and Fel and Hibiki use their Pripara voices to sing, but Fuari uses her singing voice from here in Aikatsu. And then, as we get more ahead into this film here, then we got another performance here, which is called Realize. That's Aroma, Miyabi, Mikan, Kokone, Gaaruru, and Nina. Like, judging by this, looks like there's like half of them use their Aikatsu singing VAs, and that being me up. Kokone. Nina, well, Aroma, Mikan, and Gaaruru are used the Pripara. Alright. Then, as it's almost time to prepare, then they get the final concert underway here, and then which is Akari. It's time to perform. That being said, once again, Akari uses her singing VA, and then from Aikatsu, and then Laala uses both her speaking and singing VA to perform this next song called "Make It." And then we finally make it to the finale song of this, which is called "Happy Tuning." And just how did we get to that part? After they all decided to perform, both the Aikatsu world and the Pripara world did some training to get to that song. But now, as time comes by for the performance, they got dressed. But then there was some to get us ready into the concert. After they got dressed. Then they have a bit of a little speaking moment before getting into, and then the concert gets underway. Which this song called "Happy Tuning." That's an original song for this movie here. So we've came across an original song here. And so after that "Happy Tuning" is performed, it was time for the Aikatsu and Pripara world to bid adieu. Each character does their. So Sophy says goodbye to. How am I going to explain this here? So says goodbye to Sumire regularly, but then Mirei shows another as their way of saying goodbye. But the one thing that really said goodbye for Akari was exchanging pre-tickets. Hey, we don't seem to do that here in Aikatsu. Aikatsu mostly doesn't have pre-tickets shared, but this changes here. After I'll go back to the respective worlds. That's basically how this thing came to a close here. But wow, that was such a wonderful musical movie here. I think it hit all the right notes here. And if you guys are ever into the movie like this, I highly recommend checking it out. Truly. It hit all the right notes and everything. That being said, Ed, this is such a fantastic movie, and I seriously recommend this movie, if you're into the Aikatsu or Pripara aspect here, because truly, this is perfection here. Honestly, I apologize. This is a long recap because there was a lot to get through, but then again, it's still a really good movie. Thank you so much to Himeki Akanya, Miki Mirei, Miyu Kubota, Rifujishiro, Roka Endo, Shino Shimoji, Yu Serizawa, Yu Wakui, Yu Ishikawa, and the entire cast and crew. Such an excellent job this movie. Truly, this was such a great movie. Hope to see more of this soon. Once again, thank you so much to Himeka Akanya, Miki Mirei, Miyu Kubota, Rifujishiro, Roka Endo, Shino Shimoji, Yu Serizawa, Yu Wakui, Yu Ishigawa, and the entire cast and crew for such an excellent job this movie. Truly, this is actually perfection here. I look forward to seeing more movies like this soon. And thank you guys so much for joining us on this long recap, because I understand this was a long video, and probably the longest video if you're here in the history of series news and review, because there was a lot to cover for the movie. So, as this was a music-heavy movie, to be honest. But thank you for joining us. If you like what you thought, make sure to subscribe, sing it, and don't forget to click on the notification button. Thank you for watching. Y'all have a nice day now.